What is holding you back from landing your job? In this video, I'm going to take you through 4 things that might be holding you back in landing your job. You might be a candidate who's looking to immigrate overseas, need to land a job offer to fulfill the immigration process, or you lost your job and you need a new job, or you might just be wanting to change jobs in your career, but you're struggling. And there might be different things holding you back from landing that job offer. These are the 4 essential things that you can fix that will help you move forward. And number 4 is the big one. So stay tuned. I'm Zarélsie, an international career strategist, and during the last few years, I've worked with candidates internationally, helping them land their dream jobs. In that work, I have refined and found 4 things that might hold you back from landing your job. So here they are. Number 1 is your CV and your job search strategy. Now, these go together because your CV and your LinkedIn profile are just tools inside your job search strategy. It is how you implement it. And this is what I mean by CV and job search strategy not matching. Most people use a generic CV and then follow a job search strategy to apply online. Online applications is just one job search strategy, but most candidates don't know that they need to use a tailored CV for online job applications, not a generic CV, not a strategic CV, and not an optimized CV. These are different to a tailored CV. A tailored CV is something that you tailor for every single job application. So an electrician's job at company A will need a different CV to an electrician's job at company B. If those jobs are advertised online, you're applying, and an ATS system or other knockout questions is present, you've got to tailor your application and your CV to that specific application. An optimized CV is something that you use. You can send to someone, you can give to someone, or you can send it in like an email or a message. Or you can target a specific company, but it is optimized for a specific occupation. It cannot be used in online job applications. Online job applications is not wrong. It is a job search strategy, but you must use the correct CV and other tools to go with it. So if you understand how to match the different CVs, the different varieties of CVs, and the different kinds of job search strategies, then that will fix these problems. Number 2 is visibility. I make this number 2 because it's a result of number 1. If you constantly use a generic CV or just an optimized CV to apply online, then you constantly get eliminated by ATS systems, other knockout questions in online applications, then you are invisible. And you stay invisible. You literally can't get through to the hiring manager, regardless of how good your CV is, how good your credentials on your CV, your skills, qualifications, and experiences. This is where people think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get through? Why don't they want me? And it's not the truth. The truth is you are invisible. They don't know about you because you can't get through. So the way to fix this is to use the correct CV with online job applications, number 1. Although it will increase your chances a very small way. But number 2, use other visibility strategies to make yourself more visible to hiring managers. So that led us to number 3. What if you do get through and you don't get the job, you're not shortlisted, or you get to an interview and you're not the candidate that they prefer? What is wrong then? What is then holding you back? Only one thing. You were not the most valuable candidate for that job. Period. There is no negotiation about this. This is the bottom line. You were not the most preferred candidate. And the only reason this happens is because you were not the most valuable. So value is the number 3 reason. And to create value and use that value to portray that you are more valuable than other candidates with only a CV and a list of skills and qualifications on a CV is how you fix this value problem. But then you have to use other means, other strategies, other tools to lift yourself above those who only have a CV. Number 4 is the big one. This makes up 80% of why candidates cannot land a job, and it's simply belief. And let me explain this. Most people when you lose your job, or when you're under pressure to find a new job, or when you're in a situation where you need to get a new job because of your situation, for instance, if you have a very bad situation at work, is in a negative state of mind, right? In that negative state of mind, it is what we call a primal state, and that produces not good feelings, good thoughts, and good vibrations. So that produces the belief that finding a new job is too hard. I see this all the time with immigrants that I work with. They perceive the job search, the international job search to another country, so hard and so difficult even before they've started, because they've never done this before. They're filled with fear, anxiety, and anxiousness and trepidation, and that creates the belief that it's hard. Nobody said it's hard, but that creates the belief that it's hard. And you know what happens with a belief. Whatever you believe becomes true for you. Whatever you put focus on mattifies. That's a new word. It becomes matter. It becomes real in your world. So the more you believe this is hard, the harder it becomes. Because what you're telling the universe, whatever you want to call it, the higher power, infinite intelligence, God, is saying, oh, this is hard. And it gives you exactly what you want and say, yes, this is hard. Let's give you a little bit more of the hard. But what other people do is they go to the interwebs, the social media, the Facebooks, the whatevers, and they go and ask overseas or in another place how hard it is to find a job like this, or I'm desperate looking for a job. And then people come back to them and they say, oh, it's so hard. And what happens here is you taking on someone else's hard belief and putting a little bit more fuel on the fire of it is hard, and it becomes even harder. So how do we fix all this? This is a mindset thing, right? This is literally where you've got to change your mindset so that you can change your energy, change your state, and that will change your world. You have to change before anything will change for you. But this makes up the biggest part of why people can't land their jobs. Because I work with people as a career strategist, that's my job, to help them with this. So is it fixable? Is the strategy and the CV fixable? Yes. Is the visibility fixable? Yes. Is the value fixable? Yes. Is the mindset fixable? Of course it is. This is my job, and this is what I do in Elite Career Mentor. I have a variety of programs, from membership programs at low cost every month to working one-on-one with people through all these things, fixing the CV, fixing the job search strategy, getting them to be more visible, getting them to be more valuable, and having a mindset of, I can do this, I can make this, this is possible, and it's not hard. It is flow, it is easy. And that makes it so much easier to do things that they perceive to be hard. So if you want my help, look below here, or to go to elitecareermentor.com to see a variety of ways that you can work with me in helping you to get over these 4 things that might hold you back from landing your job. Take care.